Hello guys, it's Footyking here and welcome back to the channel guys. Today guys, we are going to be doing our 1k Q&A. You guys have got involved, really appreciate all the questions that have come through both on Twitter and through YouTube. Really appreciate all the questions guys. This Q&A will give you, a bit more information on me, get to know the Footyking, who is the Footyking. You'll get to know that in this video, all your questions that you've given me over on Twitter and of course YouTube. Alright guys, so getting on with the first of the questions then. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see kind of what questions you guys have thrown at me over on of course YouTube and of course Twitter. Theo9 then asks, what is your favourite match you've been to? So obviously if you don't know guys, I am a United fan, so I've been to many Manchester United matches over my lifetime. Favourite match I've been to, because the very first one I went to when I was very young was against Southampton. We lost 1-0 that day. Late goal right at the end. Charlie Austin grabbed it for Southampton. So not the best result from the first game. Since though the last few games I've been to, we've got wins. So we beat Newcastle the last time I went. Leicester we beat as well. I think, to be fair, I think the Newcastle one, the one we beat Newcastle 4-1 at home. Pogba got one. Martial got one, I think Rashford got one as well. It was a good game, 4-1 win. We went 1-0 down, Dwight Gale scored, but then we came back and won 4-1. It was a good comeback, and we actually played well as well. So I think that's probably the best match I've been to. So Ben Plays FIFA asks, who is the best your favourite ever player to play for the Red Devils? So obviously Manchester United. So I think my favourite ever player to play for us would be. I mean, obviously, I'm 18 at the minute, so obviously, to see people like, Ronaldo, whenever he was here, and, to be honest, most of our glory years, I missed, to be honest, because I wasn't old enough to appreciate it, but, it was really only I started following and playing football, both playing in real life and also watching it, and following it, around, 2008, maybe. I'm only 6 then. It's hard to. We won the Champions League in 2008 against Chelsea. I was only 6. Do you know what I mean? And then I even was too young. I was only 9 when we got to the 2011 final against Barcelona when we lost. So yeah, it's hard to think who's the best player. I think my idol was always Rooney. So obviously, whenever I was growing up, he scored all the goals for us. And obviously, as a young lad, you're obviously gonna be it. You're obviously always gonna look for the goal scorer, the glory man, So yeah, I'd say Rooney's my kind of not what you asked, but it's kind of hard for me to say who's the best in terms of, because I haven't seen all our talents over the years. But in my time, I think my idol anyway would be Rooney. So CG9 Skills asks, what's your aim for subscribers by the end of 2021? So I haven't actually thought of that. I haven't actually thought of that until I've seen your question, but. What would be the aim for subscribers? What's the aim, guys? What do you think? What should we go for? I'm thinking we're at 1.02k at the time of recording this, so around 1,025 subscribers or so. I think for the end of 2021, should we aim? I think we aim for 3k. The amazing community, how quickly we're growing at the minute. I think 3k is a good aim, so that will be my goal. 3k subscribers by the end of 2021. Who knows? We might hit it, we might not. We might completely surpass it and get to maybe 4 or 5k, because obviously the more subscribers you have, the quicker you tend to grow on YouTube. That's the way it works, because obviously due to the search terms and stuff like that there, you're more easily found, your videos are more easily found. So yeah, I think 3k subscribers for then 2021 would be a good goal to hit. So then Dan is going to ask then, what was your best moment on stream or on YouTube? Let's see, obviously we do stream on YouTube, so it's kind of the same thing, but I know what you mean. Obviously it could be a YouTube video or whatever. Best moment on YouTube or on stream? To be honest, obviously, I'm sure most of you guys know this by now, but we have started streaming over the last month or two, and I'm really enjoying that, and I just think there hasn't even been a best moment. It's just been unbelievable. Obviously, you guys are all probably staring at your screens going, what is he on about? Of course, 1k subscribers is the goal, or is the best moment on stream. Obviously, we did hit that whilst live. But yeah, obviously, I mean, that is probably the best moment, to be fair, though, hitting the 1k subscribers. But in general, I think just this whole streaming kind of platform, or the whole streaming kind of opportunity that I took and went into now on my channel as well as videos, having the streams alongside the videos, you guys seem to be really enjoying the content, so that's it's obviously good to see. And of course, I think that, to be personally, to me, that's one of the, not particularly one certain moment, but just the whole last month or two, stream with you guys, chilling in the street, you guys chilling in the streams, interacting, the chat rolling, really, really, really good. So that's probably just the overall moment. The last few months have been the best moments, but yeah, that lands. Hopefully that'll answer your question, Dan. All right, so Ethan asked a very simple question, short but sweet, but it is going to be, what is your favorite color? So favorite color's red. That's basically all I can say. Yeah, favorite color's red. Don't really know why. I've always had it. Really, I don't really know whether I even class it as a favorite color. I just like the color red. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Ethan. So next question then is from Fazan Ahmed. So Fazan, another legend of the channel, always in the streams, always tuned into the videos as well. Big supporter of Footyking Army on the Footyking YouTube channel, of course. What position do you play in real life? What position do you play in real life? Keep amazing work. So real life, I play right back. I think I said it in the previous question, but yeah, I'm a right back in real life. Yeah, I've played since I was about 8, to be honest. I got through a trial back years ago to get into my local team, but 200 people turned up for the trial, and there was a squad of 16 people picked, and your boy Footyking was picked. So yeah, we were into that, got into that team, and then that was my local team. Worked my way up through those years, from under 8s to about under 16s. Then I did move club. I moved to another local club, stayed there for 2 years, and then I moved to another club and stayed there for 1 year. Yeah, but right back is my position. I can also play anywhere really down the right hand side, right wing, right midfield, whatever needed, or right wing back. I've played in the past as well, so anywhere down that right hand side, but primarily right back. So yeah, that's my position. Footy Skillers, another legend of the channel. He says, "You're a legend, mate. Really appreciate that, Jacob. Really do appreciate that, mate." And for your question, why did you become a Manchester United fan? Keep the good work. So really, there's not much to say about me becoming a United fan, to be honest. There's not really a reason, because really, I mean, there's not usually people, a lot of time people when you're young, you kind of support a team because someone in your family supports it. My family aren't big into football. It's me actually that brought my dad kind of into football. Brother doesn't really have no interest in it, and obviously my mum doesn't have any interest in it. And anyone in my wider family, they've a wee bit of interest, but I'm the one out of my extended family that's the biggest interest in football. Always have done, and I've had that much of a strong passion for it that I got my dad into it. But yeah, I think for the simple reason, I don't really know why I started supporting it, to be honest. I really don't. As a young lad, I suppose maybe we had a lot of success, so there's always, back in the day, there wasn't so many Spurs tops, there wasn't so many Man City tops, there wasn't so many Arsenal tops, or not so Arsenal, there was some Arsenal tops, but there wasn't so many City, Chelsea, Spurs tops around those days. There's always either Liverpool, Arsenal, or United really, 10, 15 years ago. And now obviously you see loads of top, which is good, of course. It shows the Premier League is strengthening, all these top teams come, or all the teams, developing and getting stronger and stronger, which obviously makes the league better. But yeah, I can't really answer that, Jacob, to be honest. I wish I had a reason, but I don't. I just genuinely don't have a reason. I'm trying to think, but I would just put it down to success over those years. And obviously when you're young, you pick a team that you think's good, and then you kind of follow it. And then obviously as I've got older, obviously that if you're supportive of a team, you're supportive for life, aren't you? So you're never going to change that. But yeah, first off, I suppose it's like many people. Why did you support? Why do you feel a connection to a certain club? Who knows? But you just start supporting it and following it, and that's the way it goes sometimes. Next question then is from Jamie, so Jambon897, and he says, "Who do you think is the best footballer of all time playing the Premier League? And who do you think is the best player of all time?" So the best player in the Prem of all time, I would say, well, that has to be past, doesn't it? I'm saying there's definitely players in the past. I would say it's tough. I go Cantona, I give just the leadership and just all around. I mean, obviously Arsenal fans will say Henry, Chelsea fans will probably say Drogba, or one of the defenders like John Terry. I mean, depends. As I say before, depends what you want. People could say like Roy Keane as well, for the leadership. Gerrard, captain. So much kind of opinion. It's so many different opinions you can have. And then as for your next question, then what do you think is the best player of all time? Just Yeah, just full stop. Really, just regardless, doesn't have to be in the Premier League. I would say for that one, best player of all time, I would say Messi. I would say Messi, just because I've watched him and I've seen this type of stuff that man does. Just madness. People can't get near him. You know what he's going to do, but you just cannot get near the man. So Jamie Barlow then asks the favourite ever FIFA. So what's my favourite ever FIFA and what's my favourite ever FIFA song? So favourite ever FIFA, I would go back in the day of FIFA 14. I'll go FIFA 14. I love the older FIFAs. So FIFA 8 was my first FIFA. 9, 10, 11, 12. They were all good because Ultimate Team wasn't that much of a factor. I just played career mode. Loved that. Career mode was really, really good. And 13 obviously as well. I think I had FIFA 13 on Nintendo Wii as well, which was mad. And then FIFA 14 was my first FIFA, which Ultimate Team. But it was before Ultimate Team got really sweaty. You know, you can still buy coins for you had 15 million coins for a tenner. It was amazing. Packs were just all the people the wagers, your trade offers and stuff. Back in the good days of FIFA, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I mean by that. And you know, that was probably my favourite FIFA, I think. Yeah, FIFA 14. Because obviously nowadays, FIFA's just a foot champ sweat, and everyone's sweating to gain rewards that you're probably not going to get anything from anyway, regardless of the rank. But yeah, I think back then it was a lot better than it is now. Which of course is sad to say. Those good days are behind us. But yeah, FIFA 14 was my favourite FIFA. And as for the favourite FIFA song, there's been loads of good ones over the years, even in recent FIFAs. I think all time favourite ever FIFA song, I think it's actually a tough one, you know, because a lot of people will say The Nights by Avicii in FIFA 15 that's a very popular one. I think I'd go with Dreaming from Small Pills, FIFA 14 song. I'll not play it on the stream or on the video because obviously we'll probably get copyright strike. But yeah, thanks YouTube. But yeah, we'll probably get copyright strike, so I'll not play it in the video. So for me then, yeah, I will go with Eric Cantona. Small Pills, Dreaming, really, really good song. So Jason Plays then asks, why did you choose your name? So Footyking. So Footyking, the reason I basically chose Footyking on YouTube was because I had my gamer tag on PlayStation as FootyKing1473. So that's where Footyking came from on YouTube. But then obviously, so suppose the question is, why did I pick Footyking on PlayStation then? To be honest, another one I really, really don't know. I kind of just thought something to do with football. I think I typed in footy, and the PlayStation gives you kind of some suggestions. So I kind of had Footyking, I just typed in, and that I didn't take that on the PlayStation, so I had to type in 1473. So that's how I got my PS gamer tag name. Yeah, I don't know why I originally came up with it. I just think something to do with football. It was always going to be football and FIFA I was doing on this channel. So I thought, you know, it needs to be something related to that. And then I thought, Footyking, would that work? It wasn't something I thought about for ages either. It was kind of something I just kind of thought of and put it up, you know. I just kind of really just thought of it really on the when I was making the gamer tag. I kind of just thought of it, to be honest. I don't know where it came from. But yeah, Footyking, the legend Footyking lives on. 5 years later, I made it back in 2015, and he's still here going strong in 2020. Next question then is from my good man, Leechy Games. So Leechy, what's your question then? Let's see. So, what do you do for work? What do you want to do when you're older? Old man question, but I'm probably one of your older subscribers. Congrats again on 1K, well deserved. Really appreciate that, Leechy, yet again, mate. Really appreciate that. And as for your question then, what do I do for work and what do I hope to do in the future? Well, at the minute, in terms of college and future work, we'll start with that one. In terms of that, I'm currently doing a sports course. So I did GCSE PE, and then I kind of extended that. Instead of going doing my A levels, I went and done a course in college. I'm doing it's a sports science course. Sports science course. So that's what I'm doing at the minute, and it's a 2-year course. After that, I'll be going to kind of 2 further years in uni, and then after that I'll be going through the route probably into something. I have 2 things in mind at the minute. It's probably either going to be coaching or teaching. So probably teaching actual students in a college or whatever, in terms of obviously sports studies or whatever that would be, or one of the topics, nutrition or psychology or whatever that. Or it could be actually coaching. So obviously coaching with football teams, whatever that might be, with local teams, or gaining experience through coaching badges and stuff like that there. So that would be something. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 plans at the minute. At the minute, for work, I currently do coaching. So at the minute I work with a kind of soccer school, and do football coaching there as well. So that's kind of the experience, and that'll bring me forward for years to come. Obviously, whenever, hopefully, either if I want to go down the coaching route, I can do that, and obviously if I want to go down the teaching route, I can do that as well. So open, you know, kind of open up, a few things opening up for me, you know, with potential routes I can take. So that's basically that. But all right, so Lola then says, who's your first follower? So I'm sure a few people will probably claim that in the comments. I'd say, I was your first follower, I was your first follower, remember me, remember me. I don't actually know. I have no idea who's my first follower. To be honest, when I set my channel up, going back to the other questions, or back to a few questions ago when I said, you know, when I started my channel, it was probably just one of my mates, to be honest, because, you know, it was whoever clicked subscribe first on the channel out of my mates, really, because obviously when I started up, no one knew who I was, and no one knew about the channel. So it was probably someone I knew actually personally. So one of my mates probably just subscribed, I would say. Lola, but thanks for the question, Lola. So guys, that is going to wrap up the end of the questions. That is madness. How many questions have we answered there? I hope I've actually answered all your questions. Really appreciate everyone getting involved. Obviously, everyone that didn't get involved with the questions, hopefully they're as many as I possibly could have been answered. I know I haven't covered every single one of them, but and I apologize if you haven't, if your comment hasn't been, if your question hasn't been included in the video, but hopefully I've got through most of you guys, and we've got through a good few there, I think. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. 1K subscribers, yet again, thank you so much, guys, for the 1K. Obviously, we had it a few weeks ago now. Really appreciate it. But yeah, much appreciated, guys, all the support you've shown. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.